everyone. All right, so today is day one of the small account challenge, take two. Yesterday was day one, part one, where I lost $30. And then day one, part two, where I made back that loss and finished up about 500. And today is day one, take two. I'm not happy with yesterday. I was really annoyed with myself yesterday. I felt like I kind of laid out what my goals were to try to grow the account about 10% a day. I had said that I was going to try to focus on taking one good trade a day, but left the door open that maybe I would take 2 or 3 if the market was good. And then yesterday I took one trade and I got in the stock at 880 and it went up over 10%, all the way up to over 9. Made $1,000 on it. And then I got back in and then started giving back profit. And then I tried to get back to where I was at, and I just ended up over trading. I finished up $825 before fees and commissions, but up actually $483 and some, or now I can't remember what it was, but I keep saying it, whatever it was, after fees and commissions. So I spent almost half of my profit went to fees and commissions. So it just wasn't a good day. And I was like, well, I've ruined the small account challenge because I got off to such a bad start. It's not that I didn't make money, it's that I wasn't happy with how I traded. And so I kind of came back and I thought about it. I said, you know what, let's just, so the account has now 2,900 in it. It's still a small account. Let's just do kind of take two. Let's just try to clear the slate. And so today is day one, take two. And I'm so much happier about the way I traded today. I have 4 executions, 1 buy and 3 sell orders. That's it. And I'm up $274.80 before fees and commissions. And commissions will not be big today. So today was a good first day. And this is what I'm going to do again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day. One good trade. Now, if that one good trade, the one that I feel really good about, goes red, so be it. I'll have one red trade and I'll be done for the day. But by having a higher quality standard, I think the likelihood is higher that I'll have a green trade. Accuracy, I don't know what I would strive for. I was kind of thinking maybe like 75 or 80%, which would be significantly higher than my average of 65 to 70. But if I am trading a lot less, that may be obtainable for a period of time. You know, if I take 8 trades and I have 2 losers, all of a sudden, you know, there's not a lot of trades to kind of buffer the losses, seriously drawing down the percentage of success. But that's not really too important. I think more importantly is having the discipline to get in, get green, get out. And yeah, get in, get red, go red, stop right there, and come back the next day. That's the small account approach. That was my plan, and I just sort of fell into that bull trap of the market, which is I got excited, I had a big winner, and then I was like, okay, let's go back for more. But wow, the market's really hot. And all of a sudden my initial plan was like, it was off the rails, it was gone. And I think that is probably not uncommon. But anyways, so today is a much better day. So it's a little bit of a shorter recap because there's only one trade to go over. But I talked a little bit about my main account as well. So I traded in the small account, and then when I was done there, I was like, okay, I'm gonna focus the rest of the day on the big account. And I got a few good trades over there too. So that's nice. But this is gonna be the recap for the small account challenge. Day one, take two, which is another way of saying day two. But day one, take two, AKA day two. I hope you enjoy it, and make sure you hit that thumbs up, and I'll see you first thing tomorrow morning for day two. Take two. We'll see now. That's the thing, because now today's day two, so tomorrow would be day two, take two, because I'm just every day's gonna be. Then the next day is day three, take three. Day three, take two, or maybe tomorrow is just day three. And now I'm probably overthinking it. Although I guess today is officially day two. But it's really day one, take two. And in case you thought that my results are typical, that this is a normal, you should expect, I'll fund an account 2,500 and turn it into this amount. No, you should not. This is the result of someone who's been trading for a really long time. Okay? Trading is risky. My results are not typical. Most beginner traders with a small account will lose money. You should trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. Prove you can be profitable. And then if you're profitable in the sim, you can consider flipping the switch to real money. But that first day, you should be definitely focusing on one trade, that's it, get in, get out, and you should be trading it with smaller size. I traded with bigger size today. I used the leverage in the account. As first day with real money, that's not what you should do. So I could do day one, take 3 tomorrow, which would be trading as if it really were my first day with a real money account, but that would just be taking the same trade except with 50 shares or something. And I don't really think there's any point in doing that. I think that the idea of one good trade a day is what's most important. And then you have to adjust your share size based on where you're at in your progression of learning to trade. Okay, so with that, let's get into the recap, and I hope you enjoy. All right, day 2 of the small account challenge. So, or as I like to call it, day 1, take 2. So I kind of wasn't happy about how I traded yesterday. I felt like I was way too aggressive and just didn't really approach it. I just, I think looking back on it, the problem was that on my first trade, I had a big winner. And then I just kind of got that excitement of, wow, I just had a big winner. I'm going back in for a second trade. And then I just started giving back profit. So I finished yesterday up $483 after fees and commissions, or something like that. So this morning, I came in with a starting balance of, let's see, account values. So starting balance this morning of $2,943.16. And I said, you know what? I kind of feel like I'm not happy about how I traded yesterday, so I'm just going to do a do-over. I'm just going to pretend that it's day 1 today. So today was day 1, take 2. Because the right way to trade on day 1 of a small account challenge is to take one trade, get green, and get the heck out. So you take one trade on something you feel really confident in, you get green, you get out, and you don't go back. Now, if on that one trade that you feel really confident in, you lose, you cut the loss, keep it small, and still walk away, and you come back tomorrow. That's what I should have done yesterday. And if I did that, would have been up $1,000 yesterday, which would have been awesome. Instead, I was up $400 whatever dollars. So, okay, today I sat down, was looking at the gap scans, and in fact, our leading gapper was DTST right here. So DTST, I was a little unsure about it because it made a big move yesterday. And today was just continuation of that move. And so I was kind of like, I don't know if this is the one, but I decided to give it a try. And the place where I bought it was at 1280. There was a seller at 1280 of 30,000 shares. And I said, I'm going to buy as this seller breaks. And it went 30, 25, 22, 21, 20, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. And I punched it. I bought about 1,200 shares. You can see I traded 2,556 shares. So I bought 1,223 shares, I guess. And the way I did that was I was just trying to figure out, well, based on the amount of buying power I have of 17,000, what's the most shares I can take? I'm not trading just with the cash balance. This is a margin account with leverage, which makes it very risky. You guys know that trading is risky, and this was certainly, it's always risky to trade on leverage. That makes it even more risky because if you lose the money, you end up owing that money to your broker. So anyways, I took one trade. I got in at 1280. I set my profit target hotkeys for plus 15 cents and plus 25 cents. Those hotkeys, by the time I pressed them, were plus 15 and 25 cents against the current ask. So they were at about 1303 and 1315. My orders at 1303 did get picked up as it hit a high of 1315. And with that, I had one trade, one entry, and 3 exits. So I bought with 1 order and I sold in 3 orders. So I have 4 tickets at $2 a trade, is $8 in fees. The ECN fees will be like $8 as well, 0.004 times 2,500 shares. And so all things considered, I'm going to be up probably about $255 today, which is a terrific day. And it's a much better first day than yesterday. And so I'm happy with that. And so what I said was, you know what? I'm going to do exactly the right thing here. This is my first day, day 2, but day 1, take 2. And I'm going to put it aside, and I won't take any more trades in this account. I'll come back and do the same thing tomorrow. That is the right way to approach a small account. One trade that you feel really confident in. Now, in my main account, I then said I'll keep trading because it's like 9:15. So now I'm going to keep trading for the rest of the day in my main account. And I am the guy who's down $11,000 on Newegg. How is that even possible? The stock's up 150% today. Well, I'll show you. I got in right here on this false breakout, right there. That's where I got in. Right there, false breakout, stopped out. It flushed down 2 points. I stopped out at the bottom of this candle at like 35.50, and then it rips up, and I was like, I can't get back in here. I'd be chasing it. And then it goes to 40, and I was like, I can't get back in here. I'd be chasing it. And then it goes up to 45, and I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. Look at this thing go. And then it goes up to 50, to 60, to 70, and I just kept feeling like if I get back in that, I'm just gonna make a mistake. So anyways, I'll talk about that during my recap, I suppose, for the main account. This was really a recap for the small account challenge. But I think most importantly, if I had kept trading in the small account, I would have generated a lot of commissions, and the trade on BON was high risk. That was extremely aggressive. It was risky. The trade on Newegg was risky. VRPX was risky. So, I mean, kind of everything today has been crazy choppy. Halts going up, then opening way lower. Just weird price action. And I just am grateful that I'm not red today. So I got green in the small account. I then flipped to the main account. I got green there. And I'll recap that separately in more detail. But so today is day 2 of the small account challenge, and I approached it from a much better place than yesterday. So I think that overall this was a solid day for a small account. And this is exactly what I want to do every day in the small account for the rest of this week and then going into next week. You know, at a certain point, the account will be big enough that maybe I'll start feeling like, oh, I could go back in. You know, I could go back in for seconds. But, you know, if you can get green on that first trade, there's nothing wrong with just saying one trade a day and that's it, I'm done. There's nothing wrong with that at all. We all fight FOMO. I fought it today. I fought FOMO, and you know, I did try to get back in Newegg on one trade, and it would have been a winner, but my shares didn't fill. And then after that, I said no, and that was the dip trade, which would have been good. But FOMO can get the best of us. Over trading can get the best of us, and so having that rule of one trade a day, 10 cents a day, 20 cents a day in this case, 20 cents a profit per share on DTST. That's a really terrific day. It's just the fact that it's so easy to trade just punching the keys that we all can fall into that habit of over trading, getting more and more and more and more aggressive. And if we start to go red, then we start to try to recoup the losses, and then we can start to spiral. So yesterday was, I think, very educational for you guys, just to kind of see like, wow, how aggressive I was, and how it really was not a smart way to approach day 1 with $2,500. Even though I made more yesterday. At the end of the day, I did make more yesterday, but it was not implementing, I think, a set of rules for a small account that are sustainable in the long term. It was kind of shooting from the hip and being really aggressive, and that type of trading can blow up a small account real quick. So this is day 1, take 2. Day 1 was part 1, part 2, and now it's take 2. Day 1, take 2. Started with $2,900. I'm up a little less than 10% on the account today, and that's a good day. No, my results are not typical. The experience for probably the majority of people that try to trade in a $2,500 account will be losing money, because trading in small accounts is really difficult for a lot of reasons. Not just because trading is difficult, but because of the sort of psychological disadvantage that comes with knowing your back is up against the wall. The commissions are a disproportionate percentage of the profits, so it all makes it hard, which is why it's that much more important to focus on one really good trade. And maybe once you start to get comfortable, going up to 2 or maybe 3. But let's see how I do with one good trade for the rest of this week and maybe all of next week. One good trade a day. I don't know. Yesterday I took, actually I don't even know how many trades I took yesterday. I took a lot of trades yesterday. And so I don't know really what my accuracy was. It was probably like average, 60%. Whereas if you focus on just one really good trade a day, maybe I could be at 80% on the week if I have 4 green days and only 1 red day. And that would be great. So that's day 1, take 2. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll do a recap separately for my main account. And that right there was an entire video with no ads. I don't monetize my YouTube channel with video ads, which means you guys get to enjoy the content. But do me a favor, please hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and let YouTube know that this channel is the channel to watch if you want to learn about day trading.